felt like I want to share. One of the things that excites me in life is my family, and just being around family and family gatherings. So I like to write sometimes, and just like write some short notes, and just like to share those things. Also, it's just a pleasure, and I find also family and friends that just seem to be so important to me. Even the drum circle group is like a family to me. It's because we come in together, we're sharing like things, and we're doing things. So when I think of family, this is what I think of family. And I entitled this Family Reunion, and I wrote this back in 2018. Family reunion, the gathering of so many a soul, a union of relatives where history will unfold. We are a people with an oral history we expound upon, who have overcome tremendous obstacles when others thought we were done. Rising to the occasion time after time, heroic exploits coming out of slavery and discrimination to freedom we climb. We are children of God who love the harmony of family. We are affectionately share time and talk about our destiny. The elders share knowledge of times old. We share our culture and let gatherings unfold. Our youth bring an energy that saturates the soul. Our babies spark insights of exploits yet to be told. We are a family of an assurance we can see, and as we come together and forging our destiny. So this next poem is about worrying, and I know I don't have no worriers in here, but I mean sometimes I find myself worried about the dumbest things. And I say, let life just roll on. Let's just get it together, keep it together, and just say, I'm here. So as long as I'm here, I got more stuff to do. So I'm here. So worrying means worshiping the problem. Worrying means worshiping the problem. There are lots of reasons for a black man to be concerned. Culture paranoia is real to us, for we live in this discriminatory place where we face the unrighteousness of those who refuse to learn. We know that love is the answer that will change the world today. We must all appreciate the humanity that's within us all, realizing there's a light in us that can shine forever bright. If we all would swallow our pride and take heed to God's call. Yes, as people, we need to see the equality of us all, never seeing one person above the other. All God's creatures are made of equal yoke, allowing us to have unity as family, sister, and brother. And this last poem I'm going to read is, I'm a jazz enthusiast. I love jazz. It's my music. So I had the pleasure of running into guys like Dizzy Gillespie, sharing time with him, and one of my great favorites was the trumpeter, Freddie Hubbard. But I just love jazz, I love the music. So I wrote this poem. It's a sort of like a history kind of poem, and this is my last poem. Jazz. In jazz, the word of the 20th century I like to speak. It's so cool, it vibrates my soul and makes my heart beat. A West Coast slang that saturates the soul. In Chicago, about 1915, jazz music took control. Jazz was invented. When you ask when was it invented, a question that many of us fans ask, 19th century Congo Square in New Orleans. The slaves would congregate and the music would blast, bringing together people of a wide variety. It's providing their country unique sound, introducing various brass instruments. Ragtime music was heard on that ground. Formerly enslaved people bringing in the blues. A mixture of spiritual music was also blended in. A conglomeration of West African, Cuban, European, 1800, 1900, and 1920, often debated when it began. Slaves from a variety of nations came there. A day of freedom for slaves became joy and freedom to express, to delight in expression and make musical waves. Buddy Bolden is a name you hear, cornet player, jazz creator, playing the improvisations associated and said to be the originator. But there are several names that come to mind: Mutt Carey, Bunk Johnson, Joe Oliver, King Creole, jazz musicians, Jelly Roll Morton, Freddie Kepler, Sidney Borchett, shaped the genre, an amalgamation of different sounds, a wide array of international music styles, beats from West Africa, the Caribbean, classical European instruments from many miles. Its roots are ragtime, marching bands, and the blues is used too. Folk, pop, and blending of several types of music. Improvisational sounds is what jazz do. Improvisation, syncopation, polyrhythms, irregular rhythms. Yeah, call and response sometimes included. Vocal and instrumental solos. Unanticipated moments are not excluded. There's jazz, modern jazz, free jazz, bebop jazz, Latin jazz, cool jazz, jazz mocha, jazz fusion, smooth jazz, that's my delight, modern jazz too, swing, hard bop, a host of innovators like Louis Armstrong, Jelly Roll Morton, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Thelonious Monk, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Charlie Parker, Art Tatum, Lester Young, Dizzy Gillespie, Sidney Bechet, Mark Wynton Marsalis, Grover Washington Jr., Kenny G, an endless list of innovators who paved the way, guaranteed that innovation both night and day. All that jazz created by our ancestors, innovators for comfort and released in troublesome times. Now motivating, emanating, cultivating, freedom of all expressions, and higher we climb. We debunking the myth of blackness is what these jazz innovators do. Stay true to your history, and you'll come to that conclusion too.